Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's make it uncomfortable.
Am I recording? Oh, okay.
I have to cut my nails because I have to climb on rocks. They're so cute. Okay, goodbye. Oh, ah. Oh. Ow. That hurt. Okay. I think that's enough. You don't need to do the whole thing, do you?
Are you actually cutting all your nails?
Yeah, I have to cut them all. Hi, everybody. So here we are at the Hive Surrey here with Jaycia.
Hi.
So tell us about the Hive, I guess. Yeah, tell us everything.
Yeah, so we are a bouldering gym, which means we are climbing but without ropes. So yeah, it's a climbing sport that it's recently found its way to the Olympics, which is pretty cool.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And it's mostly focused on physical strength, of course, but also problem solving and figuring it out. Because when you notice you'll go into the gym, they're like little puzzles. So you have to figure out how you're going to get your body up to the top of the wall.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So how is it for people that hasn't done this ever? I've never done this before.
Yeah. And we have a lot of climbs that are catered towards all different types of skills. So we want to make sure that when you come into our gym that you're able to make it to the top and feel good about yourself. So I'll introduce you to a bunch of different climbs and things like that that you'll be able to do. And then some that are more challenging as well.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so what are we doing today?
All right, so the first thing is that you need to get a pair of climbing shoes on.
Perfect.
So these ones have rubber on the outside, as all climbing shoes do. And so they're meant so that you can go up the wall.
And what's going on here? I'm already struggling and we're just putting shoes on. Okay, yeah, that feels pretty snug. My toes are touching the tips.
The very first thing that we need to learn when we get in here is how to fall properly, because there's no ropes. So maybe you've gone rock climbing somewhere else before and there's ropes. There's not that distance that you're falling.
Yeah.
So our walls, I think they're about 10 feet.
Okay.
10 to 12 feet. So we want to make sure that when you're getting off the wall that you're able to do it safely. So the first thing you do when you're falling is you want to keep your feet about a shoulder width apart. And when you fall, you want to slide from your feet to your bum to your back. And you want to keep your hands somewhere in front of you. You can keep them here, you can keep them here, you can hold them, it doesn't matter to you. The only thing that we want to prevent is falling back like this, because then you could injure your wrists. So altogether what it looks like is this.
All right, I'm gonna move this mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
anywhere here?
Well done. Nice. Beautiful. Nice. All right. So then we're going to do it one more time. And you're going to get up on the wall so you can grab anything and just get your feet up off the wall, whatever that looks like. Nice. And then when you're up here, whenever you're climbing, you want to look behind to make sure that there's no one that's walking behind you that you might not fall on. And then when you're ready, just jump down on your feet, your bum, and your back. Nice. Beautiful. And then, last thing is you can do one more, I want to see you demonstrate one more fall from as high up as you feel comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah, so just climb up until you look down and you're like, okay, that feels good for me to jump for practice.
Is this good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Good. Nice. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the very first thing that I want to do is I want to see how you normally climb up the wall. So yeah, just kind of climb up in any way that you
Do I always have to fall, or do I kind of
Oh no,
climb
you
down?
can climb back down as much as you want.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes if you're feeling really tired or you slip, you might have a fall that you don't expect. So the more that you practice those falls, and the more it gets in your body length, like your,
yeah.
you know, muscle memory. So you'll do a safe fall if you like, ooh, accidentally slip and fall down.
Okay, so just climb?
Yeah, just kind of go up as you want. This is just for me to see kind of where you're at, and also what kind of technique tips I can give you.
I climbed.
Nice. Yeah, you can come back down.
Oh my gosh.
You're doing great. Nice. Yeah. How did you find that?
Not too bad.
Yeah. So around, if you've noticed, around all of our gyms, we have climbs that have these black and yellow ones. So those are called bumblebee climbs. There are ones that are good to warm up on, or they're good for people who are new because they're nice and they're easy to hold. A lot of people, when they first start climbing, they tend to climb like a T-Rex. So their arms are bent like this. And that's because that reduces the pressure on the hands, and that makes it so that your whole weight is hanging off of your biceps. And so while your biceps are pretty strong muscles, they're only one muscle group, and your whole back is another muscle group that's a lot stronger. So whenever we're climbing, we want to have our arms extended as possible, a little bit of a bend in the knee. This allows us to use our back more effectively when we're climbing. A lot of the reason that people don't tend to do this automatically is because it increases the amount of pressure that's placed on your hands. So you might notice that there's more pressure on your hands, but that's totally normal. That'll help to build up the strength within your hands as you climb more. So you're like, okay, well, how do I get up the wall when my arms are straight? So you're doing more of this action. You want to demonstrate that for me? Yeah. So kind of moving your shoulders and your whole back as opposed to relying on just your biceps to pull you up the wall. So what that essentially looks like is you also want to use your legs a lot too. Because when your legs are bent, that means that you can push your body up. And a lot of people think that climbing is just an upper body, or an upper body sport. It's not. It uses your whole body. And it's good to use your legs to push yourself up the wall because it'll help make climbing a little bit easier too.
Yeah.
So what that looks like is I'm gonna first push up with my legs. I'm gonna keep my arms nice and straight and then reach for the next hold. Once I'm about as tall as I can reach, I'm gonna walk my feet up again until they're nice and bent. Do the same thing. Gonna push through my knees, straight arm up to the next one, walk up again, so on and so forth. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. All right. Would you like to try it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we start up long, right?
Yes.
And then we climb up,
Yeah.
and then we push up,
Yeah.
and pull up. I want to do this one.
Nice. Or you can also walk your other hand up to the big one, kind of whatever feels most comfortable for
And then,
you. Yeah. Pushing up. Nice. And it helps to engage your legs a little bit more.
is it okay if I like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing?
Nice. Good job. I did it.
Is there like a technique on climbing down?
Nah, just gotta get yourself down in any way possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Another key technique that we use, and you're already doing it a lot, but you might not be conscious of it, so you're already doing this one correctly, is we want to use the points of our toes when we're climbing. So the reason being is that a lot of the times I see people who are beginning to climb and they're using their whole foot on it because it feels more stable. But as you climb more and more and you get to smaller and smaller footholds, putting your whole foot on it, that's going to be harder and harder to do. And so one thing I see is you're already using your toes, which is super great. Using your toes helps you to be able to move your foot around and pivot in different directions. And it also helps you to be able to balance on smaller feet. Yeah. And then piggybacking off of that, we also have another technique that's called pivoting. So this one is a little trickier to learn, and I think I'm gonna demonstrate it sideways instead. So pivoting allows you to reach farther, but more stable. So the idea is that you're gonna swivel one hip into the wall when you're climbing. You'll notice that you need to have your feet, your toes on the hold as opposed to your whole foot, because your toes allow you to pivot back and forth. So when I'm pivoting, I want to pick a hold, and I'm going to slide my hip into the wall this way. This allows me to reach a hold a lot more stable, versus if I was here, kept my feet completely straight, didn't try to slide into the wall at all, it'd be hard for me to reach that hold. You see? Yeah. So when that looks like, it's easiest to learn how to do it sideways versus going up. So what that looks like is keeping your feet on the wall, sliding a hip in to the wall, reaching out for your next hold, and then resetting your position till you're in a nice stable position again. Slide, and then reach your next one. Do you want to try it on the wall?
Sure.
You're doing really good.
Okay.
Nice.
And then slide.
See if you can reach that big yellow one. That one's better. Nice. Yeah.
What else was I doing?
And then you're doing the same thing. So slide again.
Slide.
Yeah.
Can I reposition this one?
Yeah.
And then like grab something?
Sure, yeah.
And then reset.
And reposition your legs.
Nice.
Nice. Good job. How are you feeling?
I'm already tired.
Another thing that I'm going to teach is stable body positions. So sometimes we see a lot from new climbers is that when they first start climbing, they might crisscross their feet. They might be hanging something like this. And it's not the most stable or the most effective use of your body. So I'm going to teach kind of 3 stable positions that you want your body to be at whenever you're climbing. So the first one is an X. So like this. So you want one hand on each hold, a foot on each hold. This is a nice stable body position. The next one is an A. So 2 feet on 2 holds, one hand on the top hold. When I go through the big gym and I teach you how to complete a hold, you'll notice that you're gonna use this one a lot. So that looks like one hand on the same hold, 2 feet on separate holds. That's also a nice stable position. And then the last one is a Y. So a foot on each one, and then hand on 2 separate holds. Usually this is with like a pretty big hold. So something like this, as you noticed, that's a pretty stable position as well. When you start getting to the, like a J or an I, that's when you start to kind of fall back and forth. You don't feel as stable. Do you want to demonstrate an X on the wall?
Sure. X.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. And then can you demonstrate an A? Nice. And then can you demonstrate a Y? Nice. So notice they all felt pretty stable.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, those are kind of 3 good stable positionings that we want to do.
Okay.
The next thing, or the last thing I'm going to teach, is that we always, whenever we're moving sideways, we always want to move with our hips first. So if I'm going this way, and I don't move my legs or my hips, and I just move my hand, I'm going to end up falling. But if I want to move this way, and I move my leg first and drive into it with my hips, I'm a lot more stable. So some of our climbs, most of them go up. There's a couple that go sideways. But just to keep in mind that whenever you are reaching any kind of sideways, let's say I want to reach one of those holds over there, if I don't move my legs, I'm gonna be less stable because I'm like my body weight's going this way. As opposed to, okay, I'm gonna move my legs somewhere over there, get my hips nice close to the wall, well then it's so much easier for me to reach the next hold rather than me over here, keeping my foot planted, trying to reach over here and then being like, oh, I feel like I'm about to fall now. That makes sense? So in our gym, we have different ways that we categorize how difficult the climbs are. Every single gym is gonna have a slightly different way that they categorize their climbs, but we use a hex system according to these tags. So you'll notice that on these tags, we have 6 hexes or 6 dots that can be colored in. The grading goes from 1 colored in to 6 colored in. So this is 2 colored in, so that means that this is a 2 hex. This is a 6, that means that's a 6 hex. And so the difficulty goes up from 1 to 6. And then the ones that are easier than 1 are the bumblebee climbs that we talked about earlier, like the ones that are right behind you. Yeah. Introduce you to chalk. Have you ever used chalk before? Maybe in like lifting or something like that, or gymnastics, they use it too.
Gymnastics.
So chalk helps to, oh, I got some on me already. It's okay, I'm always covered in chalk. Chalk tends to soak up the sweat on your hands.
Okay.
So if you're grabbing something, you're like, oh my gosh, it's really slippery and I don't really know what to do, then chalk is always good for it. So if you notice in there, there's a ball. If you grab the ball.
Come look at the ball.
Yeah. If you grab the ball, squish it around, hand comes back up, covered in chalk, and it's not like a crazy amount of chalk. That's why I like to have the ball there. Nice. Okay. Done. Nice.
Yeah?
Yeah, good job.
Yay!
Nice. So this is an example of a 1 hex. It starts down pretty low because it's probably meant for kids to be able to do it without having to reach very far. This one you might find to be slightly harder than that bumblebee that you just did because the wall is on a bit more of a slant.
What was that called again?
Overhang.
Overhang.
Yeah.
It's overhang.
So this one is slightly overhang. It's not as intense as that, but it's just a little bit. Give this one a shot and let me know what you think.
So this is where I start my hand?
Yep.
Do I put both or one?
Both.
Both?
Yeah.
And do I put my feet anywhere?
Anywhere you want. Nice. Come on.
Oh God. Oh no.
Nice. Good job.
Is this the top?
Yep.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice work. How'd you find it?
I'm tired.
Yeah. One thing that gives a nice hint as to where to grab when it's not super clear, like that hold up there, is where the white bits are, because then that's where the people with
people
chalk
touched it,
have grabbed
yeah.
it, right? So right, that hold up there where it's like, oh, I don't really know where to grab. Wherever the white parts are, usually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of problem solving. I didn't realize you have to think.
You have
It's
to
like
think.
body and full brain.
Yeah, you have to think a lot. That's why I like it. All right, let's find another one for you to try.
Okay. I'm not. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Nice. Good job.
Oh my God, this is scary. What do I do now?
You got this.
Oh, it's so hard to grip.
We encountered a sloper.
It's so hard. Nope, I'm done.
Yep, you can go back down. Oh, nice.
How do you do that?
For us that are a little bit shorter, you have to kind of like pop up a little bit.
Oh, and then just grab it?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Do you want to see me do it?
Yes, please. Oh my God. She's so good. Yeah, good job, dude. Okay. So you start on this one. I learned this. You start on it because there's a hive on it, and you put 2 hands on it. So 2 hands, we stay on the black ones. Oh my gosh, I'm already struggling. Okay. Oh, and we're allowed to use the gray ones because the gray ones are called like volumes or something. Oh. Okay. I don't like this. It hurts my hand. Oh, how do you grab it? Oh, there's a little thingy inside. Okay. Don't like this feeling. Oh, where am I going?
Almost there, come on. Nice.
I did it!
Nice! Good work.
How do I climb down this?
There's a black one on the other side of,
Gotcha.
Nice.
Oh my God. That was fun and scary. Oh my God.
Hard stuff.
Just say like, and this is the one that you're gonna be doing. Okay, let's make it uncomfortable. Okay, so we start here, because this is where the hive is. Apparently it's a 1, I don't believe it. 1 means it's the easiest. Oh my gosh, this is already hard.
Like, it's gonna be on TELUS Optik, I think. Yeah.
What the I don't want to do this anymore.
Kind of challenging, hey?
That's so much harder than it looks.
Yeah.
What? How do you do it?
I'll give you a couple tips.
Under?
So, the very first tip that I have, you wanna roll over to the side. The very first tip that I have for climbing something as an overhang is try to keep your hips as close to the wall as possible. You can do this either by hip thrusting into the wall, or you can do, you know when we learned about pivots last time?
Sure.
You can also do a pivot up to the next one. Having your hips up close to the wall, it'll help you not to feel so weighed down. Another thing is you really want to point your toes and dig your feet into here. The more that you point your toes and dig your feet into here, the more stable that you're going to feel climbing up. So my foot's in here, but I'm really digging that in there, and that allows me to go up. Digging that in there. Otherwise, once my foot slip out, it can be a lot harder to hang. And then trying to get my feet back on the wall can be really hard.
She's so cool. How'd she do that?
I've been doing this for a little bit. All right, do you want to get another shot? Or do you want to rest for a bit and then try it again?
Let's get out of the way. Okay, learning from what she said. So put hips closer to the wall, try pivot, dig feet in.
Yeah. Hip thrust the wall.
Okay. Okay. And then,
Nice. And you can get both hands on the same hold as well.
you're right, I forgot that.
Nice.
Oh my gosh,
Come on. a challenging one, but you did great. This is always one that I chuck all new beginners on because it is so challenging to do. But as you climb more and more, then you'll find this one to be easier and easier.
Okay, sure, I believe you. I believe you. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. That wasn't comfortable enough. Oh.
Have your elbow back. Keep your back straight. Push slightly.
Can we do this?
And then the next one.
Oh.
You're probably going to feel this in your forearms tomorrow. You're going to put your hand out in front of you, slightly push back on your hands until you feel a stretch in your forearms. And then with your other hand. You're going to go into tabletop, so on your hands and your knees. Right, and then flip around both of your hands. Lean back slightly if you need a little bit more of a stretch. This should stretch out your forearms and some stretch along your fingers as well. And because we worked our back a lot, I always like to go up into downward dog.
Oh. My downward dog's really bad.
Just kind of stretch everything out. And then down into seal. Do that one more time. So up into downward dog. Oh. And then since we used our calves a lot too, because we were pointing our toes, you're gonna put your foot down, step one out in front of you. Have your foot up to the sky. Lean down as much as you can to pull your foot up. If you can't do that, pull up on your calf or on your ankle as much as possible.
Don't like that.
And you can sit back into the opposing hip as well. Nice.
Ow.
And switch legs, so foot back, step your other foot forward, point it up to the sky, sit back on the opposing hip, grab the foot or ankle, pull it up as much as you can. This will stretch out your hamstrings and your calves.
Oh yeah, it's stretching for sure. Ooh. Ooh. That's tight. That's tight.
And then opposite, so face the wall, hand out perpendicular to your body, face the other way.
I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but it feels good.
All right. That's all the stretches I have for you.
Oh God, I'm tired. The stretching was tiring on its own. Okay, thank you so much for teaching me all about the hive, and I am thoroughly exhausted. I know I'm gonna be sore tomorrow, but please tell us all about you and where we can find you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Where we can find you and everything.
Yeah, so, well, you can find me here. I climb here all the time. You can also follow us, Hive Climbing, on Instagram. And we always are posting things on there about news about our gyms as well as events that we're hosting.
Awesome. Are you guys open like every day?
Yeah, we're open every day. On weekends, we open at 10, close at 9 p.m. And then on weekdays, we open anywhere between 12 and 2, and then we close at 10 p.m. So,
and you guys have classes, right, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because those are super helpful.
Yeah. You can find all of our classes online, and you can sign up for them online as well.
Okay.
We also have 4 different Hive locations that are bouldering specific, and also 1 rope climbing one. So we've got this location here in Surrey, but we've also got a location in Port Coquitlam, North Vancouver, and Vancouver. And then we have a ropes climbing location in Vancouver as well. It's called Hive Heights. So you can feel free to check us out at any of those. Any membership that you buy when you're here is gonna let you climb at all of those locations.
Oh,
as
that's
well.
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you can go to all 4. They all have slightly different vibes from this one. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
showing me everything.
of
You are amazing.
course.
She's a pro. Honestly, the best.
Thank you so much.
We made it uncomfortable. So
And I'm glad you were able to come and join us.
thank you so much.